All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Smackdown review for August 18th, 2023. Outside of the Ed stuff, it's pretty much just a lackluster, boring show. The Bloodline, the main guys in the Bloodline weren't even there. No Roman Reigns, no Jimmy, no Jay. The Uso, well, Jay quit in storyline, but he'll probably be back maybe a week before the pay-per-view, before Payback. So the only guy that advanced the storyline tonight was Paul Heyman. But that was pretty much secondary night because the main thing is right there on the screen. 25 years of Edge in WWE. Man, time flies by, man. This is one of the all-time greats. Even though he wasn't like a biggest star as like The Rock or Stone Cold or Undertaker or whoever, still got to give it to him, man. This guy lost almost a decade of his career because of injury and stuff. I don't think all those like the faces of the company, they weren't even close out for that long, like when they got injured. Because I think who was it? Shawn Michaels, I think, was out the longest, like of the top guys back then, like 90s, early 2000s, because he missed 4 years with a back injury out. Because outside of that, I just can't really think of anybody that was out for that long. I think Stone Cold was out for maybe close to a year when he got his neck injury. The Rock, don't remember him having major injuries around when he was a full-time wrestler. Triple H, he was out for that 1 year with the ACL. But yeah, nobody didn't even come close, man. This guy lost almost a decade, man, and he's still one of the all-time greats. All right, just want to go over some of his oh, shit, stupid video. Yeah, let me fix this. There we go. All right. So his career, I remember he started with the Brood with Edge and Christian, and then Gangrel was the leader, the OG Gangrel. And then that was like a goth group and stuff, and they would like spit blood out of like a little cup or whatever for their entrance. And the music was pretty dope for their entrance. And then you had after the Brood, they were in the classic legendary TLC matches, Edge and Christian with the Hardys and the Dudleys. Probably the most famous moment, I guess, was Edge spearing Jeff Hardy when he was hanging off the ladder or whatever. There was no ladder there. And he was hanging on the title, and Edge just speared him. Classic moment. And then you had the other one was when Jeff Hardy he did the swanton off the ladder. It was one of the Dudley boys that was on the table. I don't remember if it was Bubba Ray or Devon. Yeah, but those two moments stick out from those TLC matches. And then you had oh, this thing keep on playing. And then you had what was it? Then there's classic feuds with John Cena back then, one of the best feuds ever, in the mid 2000s. And he teamed up with Randy Orton for Rated RKO, and then he feuded with Orton. But I remember that feud with Orton being that good back then. And then in 2011, he had all the neck issues and injuries and stuff on his neck. So he had to retire pretty much prematurely, and I thought his career was over, much like other fans too. And then fast forward nearly a decade later, 2020 Rumble, he comes back, shocking comeback, and then that same year he had one of his might have been his best feud up there with the John Cena feud with the Edge and Randy Orton during COVID. Man, they were cutting some of the best promos of their career during that feud. Every week it was back and forth and stuff. Great work, even though there was no crowd and stuff. They killed it, man, with no crowd. And then, so if this is the end, last match with Sheamus, I guess it could be a good thing because they explained the story last week how Sheamus got him thinking he could come back or whatever after he took the spill on the mountain bike during the Celtic Warrior workout videos. And then before the 2020 Rumble, him and Sheamus pretty much just beat the crap out of each other. I guess practicing for Edge's return, I guess. And if this is his last match, he gets to go out in his own terms. So that's always a good thing because not a lot of wrestlers get to go out on their own terms. So happy for Edge if this is the end. All right, let's get to SmackDown. First up, we had the Grayson Waller effect. Man, I can't stand this segment, man. Why didn't they have Edge open the show, man? It would have been way better. Have him open the show and then close the show, I guess. But Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar are his guests. Santos Escobar had a brace on his knee from the attacks last week from Austin Theory. Then during their entrance, they showed a recap of Austin Theory's attack on Santos Escobar last week. And then they showed Rey winning the US title. And then back to the segment. Grayson Waller says to Santos, "You can imagine, right? Being US champ." He says to Santos. And then Rey says Austin Theory had a plan last week. And that plan blew up in his face because me and Santos ruined it. And Grayson Waller says, "You guys are co-champions then, right? Because you brought it out here yourself, right?" So Grayson Waller's trying to be like an instigator, trying to divide them. And Grayson Waller says, "I thought there would be tension between you two because you stole Santos's opportunity last week, Rey." And then Waller says, "Santos is taking on some of the biggest stars week after week." And then Santos, he gets the mic. He says, "Yourself included." He's talking to Grayson Waller there. And then Waller says, "You even beat Rey Mysterio." Santos's own mentor who stole that opportunity. "You're a legend who doesn't want to pass the torch." So that's where Grayson Waller's getting pissed off and stuff. And then Santos cuts him off. He says, "The only one who should be angry is that lowlife Austin Theory. You thought it was you. I gave Rey my blessing because I have the utmost respect, which you have none." And then Austin Theory comes out. He's pretty much pissed off about losing the US title last week. He says, "Oh, where's the Father of the Year award for Rey Mysterio?" And then he just gets in the ring. He says that Adam Pearce is going to hand me my US title back because it wasn't fair last week. I was supposed to face Santos, so he's pretty much just complaining and stuff. And then LA Knight comes out. He pretty much challenges Austin Theory. And he says the winner gets a title shot for the US title. Okay segment, I guess. Start the show. All right, so next up we got the match, LA Knight versus Austin Theory. Before the match starts, the Miz shows up. Miz and LA Knight are feuding, and he's pretty much doing commentary on the commentary table with 3 commentators. So you got 4 commentators during this match. LA Knight hit a clothesline on Austin Theory, and then he hit Austin Theory with a power slam for a 2 count. LA Knight threw Austin Theory into the Miz while they were outside the ring. And LA Knight hit a neck breaker on Theory. LA Knight went for his LA People's Elbow, whatever. Miz got on the apron, and then LA Knight went to go at the Miz, and then the Miz stepped down. LA Knight clotheslined, and then LA Knight chased Miz outside the ring. LA Knight clotheslined the Miz over the top rope. And Austin Theory rolled up LA Knight for the win. He held the tights. So looks like Austin Theory is getting his rematch. He's probably going to lose. What was the point of... Because if the end point is to get to LA Knight eventually challenge for the US title, you could have just done have LA Knight win the US title #1 contender at Fatal 4-Way a couple of weeks ago. But they're just dragging this out for the long way for LA Knight. So dumb. But yeah, Austin Theory's gonna lose against Rey Mysterio again whenever they do that match. Maybe it's at Payback, or maybe it's on a SmackDown a couple of weeks, I guess. We'll see what happens with that. What else happened? Okay, so they showed a video of pretty much WWE superstars congratulating Edge on his 25 years. I think there was who was on there? John Cena. There was I think Charlotte Flair, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, pretty much like everybody, like most of the current roster, and there was Kurt Angle and a bunch of other people. I can't remember everybody. But yeah, so that was cool, I guess. And then they showed a video after that. It was like Edge as a teenager. He was like on a talk show where Bret Hart was on. Bret Hart was like the guest on the talk show, and then he got to ask Bret a question. This was pretty much they were like wrestlers in training, and Edge asked him, "Oh, what can I do to like get in the wrestling business, the wrestling company or whatever?" And Bret Hart told him just get some experience. I think I saw this video like years ago. Should be on YouTube. Just look up Bret Hart and Edge, I guess, on YouTube. Should pop up on the talk show. And we had Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. They defeat Bayley and Io Sky. Didn't really care about this. Then we had another video of superstars congratulating Edge on his 25 years. All right, next up we got the Street Profits versus the OC. I guess they're still the Street Profits. I thought they were the Suit Profits. They weren't even wearing suits tonight. Like they should have done like a segment before or whatever, wearing suits, and they still called the Street Profits. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they'll change it in a few weeks, their name. And then back from commercial break, they show a backstage segment. Damage Control attacks Bianca. They put they wrapped a chair around her leg, and then Io Sky like hit the hit her hit her leg that was wrapped in the chair. So Bianca Belair they've written her off, storyline injury, probably gonna be out for a while before she comes back. All right, so we got the OC versus Street Profits. Montez Ford hit Carl Anderson with a clothesline. Then Ford hit his sky high frog splash. Luke Gallows broke up the pin. Carl Anderson hit Ford with the spine buster. OC went for the magic killer. Angelo Dawkins countered it, and then Street Profits hit like a combo power bomb neck breaker. It's right there in the picture. So I guess that might be their new finishing move. I don't think I remember them doing that move before. So they get the win for the 3 count. And after the match, Bobby Lashley, right there, celebrates with them on the entrance ramp. So yeah, so it looks like they're pushing this crew with Bobby Lashley, trying to get the Street Profits to eventually get to the main event status. Maybe one of them or both of them, and then I think they're probably gonna be my pick to knock off Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I don't know if they'll get both tag titles, but they'll get one set of the tag titles that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got. But so far, so good. I like what they're doing with what the Street Profits are doing with Bobby Lashley, trying to help the young talent out, pushing the main event status. Eventually, it's not gonna happen that fast because they've been a tag team forever. So probably get them some gold, and then after they have their tag title run, go after the singles titles, I guess. The mid card IC US titles, and then I don't know if they'll get the heavyweight title. Not sure about that, but yeah, they'll probably both get the Intercontinental title and US title eventually. Well, we'll see. All right, backstage we got a segment with Kayla Braxton and Paul Heyman. Kayla Braxton pretty much says, "Oh, she's hearing rumors." Paul Heyman pretty much got mad about this. Let's go rumors, huh? What about the rumors about Jey Uso who quit WWE? The Jey Uso that quit Smackdown. The Jey Uso that quit the Bloodline. And then he starts asking Kayla about the rumors about her father. What about the rumors about your father? Your mother going on a play date or whatever. On a father-daughter date. He says, you can't ask me about Edge, 25 years. What about that flash in the pan, LA Knight? Nah. That was kind of funny. And then during this interview, Paul Heyman gets a phone call, and he's like trying to he's like pulling away from the microphone so Caleb Braxton can't hear, and she's trying to listen to him while on the phone. And then he gets off the phone. He says, "Jimmy will be here next week live on SmackDown." And then Caleb Braxton asked him, "Do you have who's the source?" Paul Heyman said he wouldn't share his source. Paul Heyman's hilarious, man. Even with the three main guys in the bloodline, the Usos, no Solo, no Roman, he's still so decent segment with Paul Heyman. All right, next up we got it's the main event. Yeah. So we got Sheamus versus Edge in the main event. His family and friends were all there in his hometown of Toronto. He had the Toronto Maple Leafs gear on his ring gear, logo all over it with his name in the logo, I think. But yeah, this pretty much felt like his retirement, man. They were doing pretty much all his peers and stuff, like congratulate him 25 years. His family and friends are all there. Pretty much felt like his retirement. All right, so Sheamus hit Edge with the Irish Curse backbreaker. Edge hit a springboard elbow. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. He stumbled it when he first got his foot on the rope, and then he eventually got both feet on the bottom rope to do the springboard elbow. Edge hit a power bomb off the apron. That was kind of nuts. Edge hit Sheamus with the crossbody off the top rope for a 2 count. Then Edge countered. Sheamus went for the 10 beats of the Baldrim. Edge countered it, and then he pretty much hit 10 punches. And then Edge speared Sheamus through the ropes. That was insane, man. He's done that move. He's done that move a few times though. And Edge applied the crossface on Sheamus. Sheamus crawled. He got to the ropes. He had to fight to get to the ropes. Edge hit a superplex. Then he hit an execution for a near fall. Sheamus hit white noise from I think it was the second rope. And then Sheamus hit the Razor's Edge for a 2 count. And then Sheamus hit like 20 to 30 beats of the Baldwin on Edge's chest. He hit like the first 9 or 10, and Edge like shoved him. He's like, got more than that or something like that. And then he hit like 20 more on him. Edge pissing him off, and maybe might be his last match. And then back in the ring, Edge slaps Sheamus, and then he hit him with a clothesline. Edge went for the spear. Sheamus countered with a knee strike to Edge's face. Sheamus hit the brogue kick. Edge kicked out, and then Edge went for the hit a spear, got a near fall, and then Edge hit the spear for the 3 count, and he got the win. Usually, guys, if this is their last match, I'm not sure if it is, but usually the guys with the last match, they do the favor for the guy they're facing, so they end up losing the final match. But more recently, it's gone 50-50. Undertaker won his retirement match versus AJ Styles in the not a graveyard, the Boneyard match at the 2020 WrestleMania. You had Shawn Michaels when he defeated Ric Flair. So Ric Flair took the loss. Kurt Angle lost to Baron Corbin of all people. So yeah, it's been 50-50, I guess, for guys in their last match, if they lose or win or whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much it. SmackDown. Well, only time will tell if this is going to be Edge's last match, but we'll see, because he said during the interview this week that this is his last match of his current contract. So hopefully he resigns, and this is not the end, man. This is one of the all-time greats. Classic character, the ultimate opportunist, rated R superstar, all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll see if this is the end. I hope it's not. But yeah, that was pretty much it for SmackDown. See ya.